Well, good afternoon, everyone. That little buzz that you just heard is actually proof of our new bell system that we use here at the school. And so happy to be with you, and our students are out learning in the school and have a lot of things to be able to share with you today through the head of school announcements. And so we're going to get right to business. So the first thing, our COVID-19 update. Currently, since the beginning of school, we have had 3 cases of COVID-19, 1 student, 1 auxiliary staff, and most recently, which I sent out notification about yesterday, a staff member in the school. And so we have done all of the protocols in conjunction with the Department of Health and also through the Department of Education at the Diocese of Allentown. And we're going to continue to follow those protocols, to follow the protocols that we have set here in the school through our health and safety return to school policy. I know that there were some people who reached out to me there were some issues. We've corrected those issues. And as always, if there is anything that needs to be corrected or anything that needs to be addressed, please always feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to be able to assist or to correct any of the issues that might be going on. The next thing that I wanted to address, I had sort of teased this at our last head of school announcements 2 weeks ago, is we had a wonderful presentation that happened here last Tuesday. Members from the Alumni Association of Marian Catholic High School, representative of our alumni, came to Marian Catholic to make a check presentation to myself and Mrs. Avina, who is our Director of Advancement, for the amount of $10,000 so that we can use that $10,000 from the Alumni Association with tuition assistance for students here at Marian Catholic who are in need. So I want to thank Mr. Bill Ogorick, Mr. James Saka, and Dr. Tammy Shrin, who are all alumni of the school and who have taken up the leadership role in our Alumni Association for the great work that they have done, and also for this uptick in activity in the Alumni Association and the ability that they have presented for us to be able to use these funds for the good of our students. I also talked about a very important announcement that would be happening at our All Souls Mass, which was this past Monday, November the 2nd. What a great day it was. If you haven't gone on and you haven't seen the newspaper articles on our social media or in the paper itself, there's that great bell, or the newspaper itself, or the live feed that we posted of our social media, on our social media of the Mass, please go back and take a look. As the other day, I was so very proud. I am proud too on this medium to be able to announce the name change, or actually giving a name to our gymnasium here at Marian Catholic High School. Forever, the gym will now be known as the John P. Jack Malarkey Gymnasium at Marian Catholic High School. Mr. Malarkey was a longtime principal and just such an incredible part of the fabric of Marian Catholic High School over the course of decades, truly, through his influence here at Marian and being so invested in Marian Catholic. And so we are going to endeavor, as an honor to Mr. Malarkey, to have a few different things. First, a drive to replace the bleachers in the gym that is now renamed after him. Our bleachers have deteriorated over the years. They're still old wooden bleachers with, of course, steel frames, but they deteriorate over time. And from a standpoint of safety and also comfort for the number of people who come, whether it's for our performing arts program or it's for our athletics or the things that we do, the assemblies and things that we have here at school, it's important for us to make sure that those bleachers are in good shape. And this replacement project will ensure that. In addition to that, we're also going to establish a scholarship in Mr. Malarkey's name that will be able to be used for tuition assistance for students here at the school. Finally, there will be an event that we will be sending out information concerning in the month of December to be able to honor Mr. Malarkey formally. Again, we're looking at things in light of the COVID-19 restrictions and where things are. So that's going to be in January. We're going to send notifications out in December, how the entire Marian Catholic family can be part of such an incredible event in multiple ways, especially supporting these projects that will be that are being put in place to honor Mr. Malarkey. I want to just share with you some information over the past 2 days in an ability to market ourselves better. We had a gentleman by the name of Marco Calderon in the school to be able to do videoing, interviews, and things of that nature, and it was a really great process. We look forward to sharing with you, hopefully in a few weeks. I'm hoping it's going to be my Christmas present to everyone, is to be able to see these incredible videos that promote Marian Catholic High School and the great things that we're doing as a school that promotes an exceptional education rooted in faith, family, and tradition. A couple of facilities updates. In the gym, we were able to isolate some money in our capital improvements budget to be able to continue the padding that needed to be on the walls to be able to keep our students safe. So we did put up some pictures of the padding on the stage, but on the opposite wall, which would be the east wall of the gymnasium, there was a lot of exposed hard wall that we needed to cover over, and we've done that now. So the gym really looks great. So the fresh floor, the stage, the padding, and also a real area that needed to be addressed were the exit doors, which would be on the, as you're looking at the stage to the left of the stage. Those doors really got in bad shape over the years, so much so that there were things like chains and padlocks that needed to help keep them closed and secure. And of course, that was a safety issue. So through the Forward with Christ grant that is through the diocese, we were able to apply for money and receive the money to be able to replace those doors. We'll be posting some things on our social media to be able to show you what those doors look like, but they're absolutely beautiful. They're blue, like our Marian blue here. And again, safety and security, heat loss, all of those types of things, really great improvement on a facilities level here at the school. Just a reminder that today is actually the end of the the end of the quarter for our students, end of the first quarter. And so tomorrow starts a new quarter, but it also starts our winter dress code. And so we've sent that reminder out to our parents. We've reminded the students about winter dress code. And also a reminder that report cards, since it is the end of the quarter, will be issued. And this is a reminder that we really encourage our parents to utilize the MMS Vision platform where they can, throughout the entire school year, access their child's grade information and things of that nature, but also that they'll be able to access their child's report card through that same portal. If you have any questions, please contact Mr. Brimmer. I'm sorry, we have two Mr. Brimmers. So Mr. Michael Brimmer, so M. Brimmer, at mariancatholichs.org if you have any questions concerning your MMS Vision account. Looking forward to our campus ministry department, they are having their first in-school retreat. That will be tomorrow. So students have been signing up. It's a vocation-based retreat. This is National Vocation Awareness Week, so it coincides very nicely. So that is going to be the first of a number of retreats that our campus ministry team is going to offer. I remind all of our students and families that the stipulations within the student handbook, it's at the end of the student handbook, maybe page 85, in there regarding retreats. Every student is required to make 2 retreats throughout the year. The first is an elective retreat of their choosing, like the one that we're having on Thursday and that we'll have many more of throughout the year. And also our all-school retreat, which is our feast, which happens on December the 8th. So that is a mandatory day for students. Students can only miss it with express permission from Father Miller or myself. And in addition to that, if they are not here for that day, then they will have to make up a second elective retreat to meet the retreat responsibility. Also, in connection to that, service hours are a real great opportunity for our students to take what they're learning in school and to be the face of Christ out in the world. And so I know that some people have said, it's hard to do service hours. It's maybe hard to do service hours in the way that they were done in the past, but there are plenty of organizations and opportunities out there for our students to be able to be involved in the community in a way that is COVID safe socially responsible, all of those things. So we are going to continue to offer more information about our Marian Cares project, which is the outreach to the poor and homeless of the areas that we serve. And also tabulating all of those service hours for our students who are striving to be part of the Immaculate Heart Service Society, which will accumulate by May, and then we will let those students know when or that they're being inducted into that society. I also spoke about 2 weeks ago that we would be talking to you after our quarterly board meeting about the tuition rates for the 21-22 school year. It's hard to believe. Seems like we just got into this school year and already we're starting to plan for next school year. But that's what good schools do. You're living in one and you're planning for the next, and it's that momentum moving forward. And so this past week at the board meeting that we had with the entire board, the Board of Governance for the school, we presented the proposals for tuition for the 2021-2022 school year. Now, I want to share some facts about that reality with you as our families and just the greater public, because one of the biggest things that comes up is the dollars and cents reality of choosing a Catholic education. So I want to share with you this fact. First, the cost to educate a student, one student, every single student, individually in the school for this year, the 2021 school year, is $12,106. So again, when you take all of our expenses, all of the things that we are committed to doing and need to do to be able to run Marian Catholic High School, the per student cost, $12,106. The tuition this year is $6,950. So for every first child, that is an immediate reduction of tuition of $5,156. For every second child, that is an immediate reduction of $6,893.50. And for every third child, and God bless, we have some families who are making that even greater sacrifice, 3 children in high school at the same time. Can you think about that? They receive an immediate reduction of $7,143.50. So we take those first, second, and third child rates and we subtract that off of the individual cost to educate a student, which is $12,106. So taking that into account, what we're working on always behind the scenes through our advancement office, through all the things that we do through the Marian Fund, the other efforts that we have here in the school, we're always trying to find ways to be able to make a Marian Catholic high school education affordable for families, realizing at the same time that it is a sacrifice for our parents to be able to provide that education for their child and that choice that they feel is the right choice for their child and their family. So when we looked at the considerations for setting the tuition for next school year, we took a number of things into account. The first is we wanted to make sure that we were very clear about the process and also the rationale, and that we'll be sending information home to the families, to our parents, to all of you, to understand where we've come from, why we've made the decisions that we've made so that everyone is properly informed. We felt very much last year, especially when we moved to the all-in tuition model, that took out all of the majority of the fees that everyone has. Any of the fees that are remaining are student-specific, maybe by class year or by something that they choose to do, but it's not all-encompassing for all of the grades. The all-encompassing fees were all put in to the tuition, as well as a percentage increase that takes into account the percentage increases that the school has to account for in being financially responsible. So we took the $6,950 first child tuition, and these were our considerations. The contracted wage increases for faculty and staff. Healthcare cost increased for faculty and staff. The breakdown of the first, second, and third child numbers in our school. The projected incoming freshman class, looking between 60 and 70 students, plus upperclassmen transfers. The standard Catholic school tuition increase nationwide, That percentage increase ranges anywhere from 3 to 5% of an increase. The current family economic realities, the economic hardships that families are facing due to COVID-19, the Marian Catholic increase of the state tax credit programs, both the EITC and OSTC programs. When you consider that that 2 years ago we were able to offer in the $100,000 range, we bumped that up to the $200,000 range, and this year we're in the high $300,000 range. I can't thank Janet Bonenberger, who is on our board, who is the chair for the Advancement Committee, and Christine Avina, who is our director of advancement, working so hard with those businesses and those special purpose entities that contribute to our tax credit program dollars, because it helps us to make Catholic education affordable. Continuing on, the fact that this year, all of our families that received from the tax credit program last year received an increase this year in the tax credit dollars awarded. Scholarship opportunities at Marian continue to increase, both in the established scholarships and also in new scholarships being developed to, again, be able to help families make Catholic education affordable. The tuition and fax manager continues to, Carrie Fox, continues to work with families to make payment adjustments. Sometimes families fall into those situations where they need to front load or back load their tuition payments, and we're so thankful to Carrie to all the work that she does with families to make their situations along with our situation and needing to be, again, responsible and paying our employees, etc., to make that all work together. And they do a great job working on all that. And then again, a reminder that we have our all-in tuition. After a lengthy discussion that concluded with the importance of fiscal responsibility, the quality of education and formation received at Marian Catholic, and the needs of parents and families, the Board of Governance accepted the recommendation for a 2.15% increase for the 21-22 school year, making the first tuition $7,100, the second child tuition $5,325, and the third child tuition $4,970. Now, one of the things that I am definitely aware of is the fact that we moved a number. It's one of the things to always be cognizant of. The first number in the first child tuition went from a 6 to a 7. We acknowledge that. However, I want you to think about it in this way. It's a $150 increase. If you look at it for that first child, and if the family has a 10-pay schedule, that's $15 a month. Again, it's an increase, but I think a manageable increase at the same time. $15 a month, and at the same time, we're working even harder to make those scholarship opportunities and those tax credit program opportunities available to our families so that they can receive what they need to be able to make Catholic education affordable while making their own familial sacrifices. And I know about that because I know of the great sacrifices my parents made to be able to provide a Catholic education for my sister, my brother, and I. We appreciate those sacrifices no matter what someone's economic ability is. We appreciate that investment that you make in us, and that we are going to continue to work with our families to make this Catholic education at Marian Catholic affordable. And here's the other thing that I want to point out. Marian Catholic High School offers an exceptional education rooted in faith, family, and tradition. That's our tagline. But we are the most affordable private education in the Tri-County area that we serve. And I think that that's a very important point to make as well. We are the lowest tuition, and we offer a great product in a great education that is rooted in Christ here at Marian Catholic High School. So that is the release. We will be sending out re-registration information to all of our current families, as well as we're already getting out and offering information sessions for new families for our class of 2025, the new freshmen for next year. The re-registration fee is going to be in the information. We're offering a $50 re-registration fee, so that's $100 less than the normal fee between now and our school feast day on December 8th. And then we will that will bump up between December 8th and January 8th to $100, and then after January 8th, $150. And so, again, that information will be coming to all of our families of how you can re-register this year. And it's really important for us so that we can, again, continue to make those plans and work with everyone to make the reality of Catholic education at Marian Catholic a reality moving forward. I want to remind everyone that the volleyball team plays tonight in their district final against Nativity. So come to Mart's Hall. If you like, it's open ticketing, so you can come to Mart's Hall and support the Phillies as they go for a district championship in volleyball. We sent out some parent surveys, some satisfaction surveys to all of our families, and got a great response. So first, thank you to our families who made the response. But second, I also want to share with you that Mrs. Mary Milosh, who is the Director of Enrollment Management, is going to be reaching out to families individually, especially in those areas of what we can be doing better. We don't just survey families for the sake of surveying them. We want to know the good things that we do, but also the areas that we can improve upon. Overall, really great surveys, but there's things we need to improve upon, and we're going to do that. So I look forward to meeting with Mary after she's had an opportunity to speak with our parents who had concerns, and so that we can continue to make Marian Catholic the best place, the best school that it can be. This past Monday, we were able, through the allocations that were made through the National School Lunch Program, to be able to offer all, not just the students who are involved in who are enrolled in the free and reduced lunch program, but all of our students, a free lunch every day for the duration of the year in light of COVID-19. This was a great thing. I want to thank Angela Grabowski, who is our cafeteria manager, for her great leadership in this. And our students have been taking advantage of it, which is a really, really good thing. Our daily announcements that we read to our students every day are now located on the top right of the homepage of our school's website, which is also a great thing. And then finally, one of the things that came through the surveys was the parents enjoyed the Zooms that I hosted over the summer to be able to get to know people and hear parent concerns and parent accolades about our school. And so one of the things that came back was we should do more of them. So guess what? We're going to do more of them. I'm announcing today that on Monday, November the 16th at 7:30, I'm going to be hosting my next parent Zoom for all of the parents of Marian Catholic High School. We will be sending information out about that through the weekly announcements, the Sunday announcements, the newsletter that comes out. So we'll get you that information and the link for that Zoom. Finally, the next head of school announcements, and I know today was long, but it's going to be shorter moving forward, I promise you that. The next head of school announcements are going to be on Wednesday, November the 18th. And finally, as always, I want you to know that I am here for you. If there's anything that we can do for you, please let me know. Our ability to be able to serve our families, our alumni, our benefactors, and the greater community is a top priority, especially in the name of Jesus Christ and Mary, our mother. And so I want you to know that I'm here, that I feel blessed to serve, and to be able to help all of you in this journey of life, especially our young people as they journey through high school, and to let you know that I'm praying for you to Jesus through Mary. God bless you, Marian Catholic family. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to being with you, to speaking with you very, very soon.